Here we go. Good.
What's up, guys? Hey, this is David.
I'm back.
David's back. David's going to be interning this summer. He's in town. He's not at school for some reason, but he's here, and so he's joining us tonight. My name's Andrew. Thanks for joining us live. If you're joining us live, we really appreciate you. Special shout out to both of you, or however many are doing it right now. If you're watching this later, that's also great too, especially if you're forced to do this for my Bible class at Mobile Christian. But glad that you're joining. I mentioned this last week. Make sure, I know that you're not shy about texting or commenting during class. Don't be shy about commenting during this class as well. Hope that you guys are surviving okay. Hope that you have plenty of toilet paper. Hope that none of you have a cough or are sick right now. But David's here, and so I have some questions that I wanted to start off with for David. So David, first question is this. When did you realize what was going on with this coronavirus was serious?
I really didn't hear about it until this semester started, but I really heard about it through all that was happening in China. In one of my classes, we talked about it, but I really didn't think it become something worldwide, honestly. But I really realized it, how severe it was whenever all the schools were shutting down, all on-campus classes were being taken away, especially when they did that at Harding. It was really weird and really sad.
Yeah.
And it just made everything really real. And that's probably
What have you been up to since you've been back home?
I've been trying to figure out how to work on my online classes. It's not hard, but it's just really different. And at school, you have your friends and other people that will go to the library, go to class with you, and that makes it a lot easier. But when you're home doing like a class by yourself, it just makes everything like really different and really hard.
Yeah. And then are you, while you're at home, have all this time at the house, are you planning on learning any new skills?
I haven't started anything yet. I found a guitar in the back of the house.
Okay.
And
So next week, performance.
Yes.
Okay.
6:30, be here early with me. I'm thinking I might try that.
Okay. All right, last question. Do you have coronavirus?
No.
Good. All right. Excellent. I'm glad to hear
I'll
that.
get back to you in 2 weeks.
David, I think the people commenting, they cannot hear you and they want to hear you. That's the point. Can they hear you better now? They want a David concert. That's really what they meant, is we can't hear David, but we want to hear him give a concert. All right. David's going to start us out with a prayer, and then we're going to get going with class.
Okay. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much, Lord, in this time of frustration and confusion. Thank you for allowing us to get together and just further ourselves into your kingdom, further each other into your kingdom, Lord. Help us to take advantage of opportunities like this, Lord. Even when we can't be together, we can still be together in a way. We thank you for the many opportunities you've given us, and help us to not take that for granted and just make the best of it, because we're not in control, but we know you are. So I pray that you allow us to remember that every day, and as we get used to this new way that we're living for right now, help us to just know that everything will be okay, and that you're in control, and that nothing has changed between us and you. We pray this in Jesus' name.
Amen. All right, so we're starting off with, I know things are kind of crazy right now, but I think we can have a little bit of a sense of humor during it. I don't know if you've seen some of these, David, but I saw this one mat someone had outside their house that said, like a good neighbor, stay over there. Thought that was pretty good. Someone posted this, looking at the map for some weekend travel ideas. Lots of exciting options there that might seem similar to your travel situation. This is a good one. When you normally spend all your time at home anyway, but now the government says you have to. Well, now I am not doing it. I don't know if that fits you or not. And then if you've been to the store and noticed that there is no toilet paper, you can't find toilet paper. If you're one of the lucky ones with toilet paper, please bring some toilet paper to my house. But found some funny memes that had to do with this. Here's one that said, remember when we used to argue about which way to hang the toilet paper? Those were the days. That's
the right way, by the way.
That I agree. That's the correct way to hang your toilet paper. If you've got a special someone in your life that you would like to give a gift to, here's an option. Some commemorative jewelry to remember 2020. Very fashionable and could come in handy. Here's another one. Cartoon, stay together or you'll end up as toilet paper. Those are socks right there. I won't explain that one to you. And then finally this one, gotta wipe somehow. Lots of tortillas. Anyway, we'll move on. Here's another one. Grandpa, tell us a story about the olden days. This might be you when you're a grandpa. Back before the great toilet paper war of 2020, we had so much toilet paper, we used to hang it off of the houses and trees of our enemies. David, have you ever had your house toilet papered before?
I have, and we still don't know who it is. But we're at a different house now.
Okay.
But if y'all know who did it, it was probably like a year and a half ago. Please let me know.
Let David know. We need to know who did it. All right. So that's some memes for us. Now, I want us to play a game as well. Now, the way this game is going to work, last week you had to put your answer in the comments and we keep score. This time, David has not seen these, and David is going to play the game. And what I want you to write in the comments is you can write your answer to the question, but also let us know if you think David's going to get it right or wrong. Okay, so we're going to play this game. It's called 3-Year-Old Pictionary. The way that this game works is I'm going to show a picture, and you have to decide, what is this a picture of? What is this a picture of? Hopefully you can see it okay. And so here are the options. A vampire. B, an angry cow. C, Calatha's Sun Strider, Master of the Burning Legion. So what you need to do is guess, will David get it right or wrong? And you can also give your answer to what you think it is as well. David, what do you think the answer is?
I think it's gonna be not the obvious one, so probably an angry cow. I don't know what C is.
It is not an angry cow. It is a vampire. Obviously a vampire. So David got that one wrong. He's 0 for 1. Here's the next one. Is this a crow looking for trash to eat, a T-Rex with abnormal stick-like growths on his snout, or a yawning deer? Is David going to get this right or wrong? Right or wrong? A lot of people don't have faith in you here, David. What do you think it is, A, B, or C?
B, final answer.
B, final answer. It is not B, it's A crow looking for trash to eat. 0 for 2, David. 0 for 2. Okay, here's the next one. Is this a zombie rabbit, a happy bat? This is your daddy, is the quote from the child that drew this. Will David get this right or wrong? Still, everybody thinks you're going to get this wrong. I don't know. But what do you think it is?
Final answer B.
B, a happy bat. You noticed. Smile. So yes, it is a happy bat. All right, David is 1 for 3. Okay, 33% right now. Here's the next one. Do you believe that this is a 3-horned goat, Grondark, lizard king of the north, or a dancing gecko? Do y'all think that David will get this right or wrong? Will he get this right or wrong? They're also answering, but lots of people think that you're going to get this wrong, David. Prove them wrong and get it right. What do you think the answer is?
I think this is a crown, so B, final answer.
King of the North, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It is a dancing gecko. Notice he is in mid-jig right there. So 1 for 4. 1 for 4. Next one. Is this a friendly centipede, a superhero cat fighting bad guys, or the coronavirus strain? David, what do you think the answer is? They think you're going to get this one right, I think, unless I'm looking at the last question.
Friendly centipede.
Friendly centipede. Sorry, David, that's also wrong. This is a superhero cat fighting bad guys. I'm not sure those are arms or fur there. So you're 1 for 5. Next one. Is this a pterodactyl, a dragon who's also a fireman, or a rabbit relaxing in a hammock? What do you think, David?
C, a rabbit relaxing in a hammock.
Wrong again, David. Man, David is really bad at guessing children's drawings. This is a dragon who's also a fireman. I think it's pretty clear. Pretty clear. All right, here's the next one. Is this some sort of quail, a T-Rex named Scott, or just a plain old duck?
Just a plain old duck.
Just a plain old duck. Good job, David. 2 for 7, I think. 2 for 7. All right, we just got a couple more. Do you believe that this is a teenage mutant ninja turtle drinking a smoothie, mommy drinking her coffee, or Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 3? What do you think?
Definitely mommy drinking her coffee.
Definitely mommy drinking her coffee. No, I'm sorry, it's Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 3. That's a kid's movie, I think, right? So classic children's movie. And then I think maybe 1 or 2 more. I know you want this to go forever, David, but we just got a couple more. All right, is this the sun blasting rays of death on unsuspecting beachgoers? It'd be nice to be at the beach right now. A creepy octopus giving a hug, or Spider-Man? What do you think?
B, final answer.
B, final answer. Let's see. The answer is actually A. Oh, David, I'm sorry. I think you're 2 for infinity right now. And this, I think, is the actual last one. What do you think this is a drawing of? Is this President Donald Trump, a Yeti singing opera, or Batman with a beard? What do you guys think in the comments here? Let's see. Will David get this right or wrong? I think we know the answer if we'll get it right or wrong.
I'm going to get it right.
What do you think, David?
It's A, final answer.
A, final answer. You wanted to go with the president, Donald Trump, but I'm sorry. It is actually, it's Batman with a beard. Clearly, Batman with a beard. I know it's obvious once you get the color on it. David, you did a just horrible, horrible job, but that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. In the comments, they were missing a lot of questions as well. That's okay. It was really tough. It's really tough. I have trouble knowing what my kids are drawing at home. So I've got a question that I want y'all to answer in the comments. And so the question is this: during this quarantine that we're on, what is something that you are missing? What's something that you feel like you're missing out on that you're sad is not happening? David, do you have anything before we read some of these answers?
I have a more serious one, and then like a common funny one. I probably right now I miss school, which is I feel like a lot of people are feeling that way. I don't think we really realize how much we appreciated like our teachers and the time we had at school to spend time with our friends. So I miss that, but I also miss just like leaving my house and feeling okay to go get food or go get something. Now I feel like I have to stay inside, or like if someone sees me on the street, they'll judge me.
Definitely.
But I don't know. I miss just going out to eat and when it was normal.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like just the feeling of normalcy, like those things that we used to take for granted, like going to the movie theater or sitting inside of a restaurant, watching a sporting event, like going to see my kids play baseball. Like those are things that a few weeks ago I was doing, and now it's kind of this weird feeling like, who knows when we'll get to do this again. And so let's see what some people wrote in the comments. Dorian put track. Christian said nothing. I'm always home. And then he dabbed, which I appreciate, Christian. Barton, who Barted, said track. Sports from Emma. Allie said she's missing her friends with a very emotional emoji. Haley put not being able to see my friends. Stu Meister put vacation. Volleyball from Haley. Track. Leah put friends and spring break plans. Disney World, man, sorry, Leah. Jonathan said, how dare you say that about school? He did not agree, David, with your school comment. Your guy, Jonathan. Taylor said golf. Sorry, Taylor. That's kind of like an individual sport, though, but maybe they're just shutting it all down. Houston be hitting home runs. No, not at all, actually, Barton. Not any home runs. Emma put Disney World. Abby, Disney trip. Pusakli's, Eric, I mean, I'm with you on that. I just like want to go inside and eat Pusakli's. I think their drive-thru's open. Laney put friends. The youth group, Dorian. Wow, that warmed my heart that you said that. So like one of the things I really am missing, like I love watching sports. Yesterday, I was supposed to take for Ethan's birthday. He just turned 11. And so for his birthday, we're going to get tickets to go see the Grizzlies play in New Orleans against the Pelicans. And so we were supposed to go to that game yesterday. We had it all planned out. We're going to go eat beignets, go eat at Blaze Pizza, go to the game, and then like we can't do that now. So it makes me sad not being able to watch sports.
I'm sorry, Ethan.
I know. If Ethan's watching, I'm sorry about that too. He'll get over it. But you might also miss watching sports. And so we decided to create our own sport. And so a couple of guys got together and they have a sports presentation. There's some commentating, some music. It's actually, it's really exciting. And so enjoy some sports. If you've been missing sports, enjoy this video and then we'll come back here in just a minute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2020 COVID World Championship. Our first competitor today, coming in at 6'4", the freshman from Harding University, Brennan Hodges. And facing off against him, the 5'3" senior from Mobile Christian, Dorian Curry. Brennan's first shot of the day, a corner three. Ooh, won't go. Here's Dorian with a difficult 2-foot shot. Ooh, and he barely makes it. And Brennan's response? Incredible. And a beautiful bounce pass, might I add. And here's Dorian Curry with possibly the worst free throw I've ever seen in my life. Here's Brennan with another three. Won't go. As the same for Dorian. Here's Brennan with a reassuring point to the camera for three. No good. Dorian with the easy layup. Brennan's second attempt at a three. It does, with a reassuring point to the camera. Dorian's attempt. Oh, no. C for Dorian. Dorian fights back with a three and drains it. Can Brennan respond? No, he can't. C for Brennan. And here's Dorian with... well, I'm not quite sure what that was. Brennan for three. Dorian off the backboard. sinks it. Can Dorian do the same? Brennan, from the chair. It's good. Will Dorian respond? Brennan, off the wall, over his head. Here comes Dorian Curry with an easy 360 dunk. Brennan should have no problem getting this dunk. Oh my, he was so close. Brennan now at CO, Dorian at COV. Oh my, Dorian is now attempting the full court shot. Can he do it? He can! There is no possible way that Brennan can possibly make this shot. Incredible! Dorian from the German fisted floor. He gets it. Wait, what's this? Ah, very good boy, Brennan. Cleaning the floor and not getting the COVID-19 virus. Very nice job. Well, maybe not. Since Dorian did not clean the floor before sitting down, the judges have given him a letter as well. One hook shot. Another hook shot. Oh no. Dorian over the head. And he makes it. Can Brennan do the same? At this point, it just seems like both competitors have given up and just want to go home. But wait, Brennan sinks a 3. If Dorian misses, it's all over. And he does! Brennan wins!
Okay, mic's
Brennan
on.
wins! Brennan is rejoicing. And Dorian is for some reason taking his shoes off. As a prize for winning today's game, Brennan has won the toilet paper roll!
And
This has been the
here we go.
COVID World Champion.
Thanks, Barton. Thanks, Brennan, Dorian. Man, that was just really intense. I didn't know who was going to put up.
That was really good production.
It was really good, really good. The sound, the music, the commentating, the athletic ability just blew me away. Brennan. So I got a question as we get into our lesson. Here's what it is. Let us know in the comments about a story or a time when you were stuck. David, when's the time that you have been stuck?
I don't remember it that well, but when I was like 2 years old, I got my head stuck between like some railings. It's either like on a fence or like on like a stairway or stairwell or whatever. I remember getting stuck and they just try to pry my head out. But obviously, I think we've seen a bunch of videos like that, and obviously it doesn't work. You have to like slowly like nudge your way out. And I think my dad even tried to like pry the bars open. That doesn't work either, but eventually got out because I'm here. So
That's right. I was going to ask, did you get out? So
I'm safe.
we know the ending. You got out. For me, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but years ago, I was driving this bus, and the bus broke down, and we got stuck. Do you remember this? This happened at least once, maybe 4 or 5 times, but. One year the bus had a flat tire and we were stuck. Some of you were stuck at a Walmart for a while. And then the next year we're driving and I'm like, guys, let's go to this amazing snow cone place in kind of a interesting area of Memphis. And we park the bus. We all get our delicious snow cones. And then the bus does not start again. Man, that caused me like a lot of anxiety just thinking about it. And so we got rid of the bus. And it was like, wow, never again will we get stuck. And then we take a trip to Harding for spring sling. You were on that trip, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And we had a U-Haul trailer, and one of the tires blew. I'll never forget Eric Holmetz was on that trip, sitting up front.
Andrew was so happy. He was happy.
I was so, yes, very calm.
It was such a good time.
Very calm. We had to pull in this weird antique store. The 2 guys show up with a tire, and it was the wrong tire. Very frustrating. And then the next year, we borrowed a bus from another church that I won't mention, and another tire blew. You were on that trip as well, right? And so just every single year, I feel like we get stuck. Do you guys, some of you I know have experienced that as well, but any times where you have been stuck, let me see if somebody said when they fell into mud by a pond. Someone's stuck right now. If you need help, just let us know. One of you stuck in your bed. That doesn't sound terrible. Somebody said 7 times for buses breaking down. I don't know if that's accurate.
That sounds right.
The snow cone was good. R.I.P. the bus, absolutely. How about when the girls were stuck at the mechanic and the boys went and got Arby's? Listen, okay, there is a lot of misunderstanding about that. That was the boys getting Arby's because we didn't know when we'd get finished to go eat. It's not my fault that the girls didn't stop until much later at McDonald's and then trashed the McDonald's. Dorian slashed the tires. Is the truth coming out right now? So anyways, a time when you had gotten stuck. From scripture, there's examples of different people getting stuck. If you watched Sunday's worship, I did a sermon where I talked about Paul, and he was stuck. He's quarantined in a sense, isolated from everybody, social distancing while he's in prison. Then they have the Israelites. They're stuck in the wilderness, just wandering around for years. Do you think of anybody else from scripture that was stuck?
Also, Jonah, I feel like he was also spiritually stuck, but also, like as we all know, physically stuck in the belly of the large fish.
Yeah. And sometimes being stuck is that person's fault. Like for Jonah, the reason he's stuck is because of something that he did. For Paul, it was out of his control. He was doing everything that he should have been doing, and he was in a situation where he found himself stuck. You are in a situation where you are stuck. You are stuck at home, maybe in your bed. Maybe your parents won't let you leave the house, but in some sense, you are stuck. You are isolated from everyone else. When you are stuck, here's another question. Last question we'll ask you guys to answer. Let's make the best out of it. So when you're stuck at home, what is your favorite thing to do? What's your favorite thing to do when you're stuck at home?
I think, since being home, I've tried to find small things to do. Try to listen to new music. That's fun. I think I walked the dog the other day for the first time.
Oh man, David. I don't know if it's a good thing.
I'm gonna do it more.
If your dog is watching, listen. David is commanding to do it more.
You're it was, I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with my friends via FaceTime, but also just trying to take this time to figure stuff out and clean my room and just organize my life mentally and also physically because schoolwork is kind of hard and online schoolwork doesn't change.
Yeah, and you guys, most of you are experiencing that as well, trying to figure out how to navigate online school. Some of you may like that more than being at school. Let's see what some people put in the comments. When you're stuck at home, you sleep and eat. You get unstuck. Not online school. Watch Dorian Curry's vlogs. That's from Dorian Curry. Jonathan said, eat, sleep, and repeat. Sleep. I mean, I could have to really go for some sleep right now. It's different when you are stuck with your kids. In some ways good, in some ways maybe not so much. Do my ACT flashcards. Brilliant. I'm sure your folks are excited to hear that. Escape. Listen, that's something maybe you have to do sometimes. So when you're stuck at home, it's not your fault. You guys, in a sense, are quarantines. See what I did there? I can't hear your groans right now, but I'm assuming there's some groaning. You're quarantines. And so you are stuck at home. One character I want us to look at for a couple minutes is the character of Joseph. So Joseph was stuck. Now, a little background on Joseph. I know we talked about Joseph at Gulf, but Joseph was one of the youngest siblings, and he sometimes antagonized his older siblings. I know you've got a couple of younger brothers. I know they would never do that to you, right?
They're perfect angels.
Always perfect.
If you know them, you're lucky to know them.
That's right. You never bothered your older sibling, right?
That was the best of her.
Right. I've heard Marie say that, I think, before.
I've heard her say that too.
There's kind of a famous story in my family where when I was younger, my older brother was about 6 years older. He had a friend over, and we were doing this obstacle course in the house. And I was kind of competitive. I think I was trying to show off for my brother's friend for some weird reason, and I lost this race we were doing, and I got really upset. I was probably crying and screaming and yelling, and my parents sent me to my room, and as I'm being dragged off to my room, I turned to my brother, and I pointed at him, and I yelled, "I'm going to ruin your life." And then I got dragged off my room, and like my brother brings that up a lot. I don't think I accomplished that goal of ruining his life, but I at least attempted it. So maybe you're a younger sibling like that who you would just do stuff to get under the skin of your siblings. Joseph was kind of that way. He would do things that seem a little strange. He got this dream where his siblings and his dad were bowing down to him, and he shared that with him. That would annoy me if my brother did that to me. But Joseph shared this dream. His brothers get really upset. They throw him in this pit. He's stuck in a pit, and then he's stuck in slavery. And then he gets, because of his hard work and making the best of it, he gets stuck in Potiphar's house, but he makes the best of it there, and he elevates himself to this high position. And then we know what happens, right? Potiphar's wife tells this lie about him, and then he gets stuck in prison. And throughout all of these situations, what Joseph does as he's stuck is he makes the best of it. So there's this passage in Genesis chapter 39, verse 19 through 23. Do you mind reading that for me, David?
Potiphar was furious when he heard his wife's story about how Joseph had treated her. So he took Joseph and threw him into the prison where the king's prisoners were held, and there he remained. But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison and showed him his faithful love. And the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. Before long, the warden put Joseph in charge of all the other prisoners and over everything that happened in the prison. The warden had no more worries because Joseph took care of everything. The Lord was with him and caused everything he did to succeed.
Okay, I want you to notice a couple things. In verse 21 and verse 23, there's two things that stand out to me. Verse 21, it says, "But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison and showed him his faithful love." And then in verse 23, it says, the warden had no more worries because Joseph took care of everything. And again, it says, the Lord was with him and caused everything he did to succeed. So the significance of what's happening here is that even though Joseph is stuck in the situation that he did not cause, right? God is with him throughout. And I think the same is true for us. As we're stuck in a situation where there's uncertainty, we're not sure what's going to happen next, we can know that we're not alone. Even if we are actually alone, stuck alone, we can know that God is with us. You may be stuck, but you are not alone. Like Joseph, God is with us through this difficult situation. But maybe you're not just stuck in your homes. Maybe you're not just quarantined. Maybe you're stuck in another way. Maybe you're stuck spiritually. Maybe you're stuck in your sin. Paul talks about this idea. He says this in verse 15 of Romans chapter 7. He says, "I do not understand what I do. For what I want to do, I do not do, but what I hate, I do. And if I do what I do not want to do, I agree that the law is good. As it is no longer I myself who do it, but it is sin living in me. For I know that good itself does not dwell in me, that is, in my sinful nature. For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out. For I do not do the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do. This I keep on doing." I know it sounds a little confusing, but I think what Paul is saying here is something that we have thought ourselves. Listen, there are things that I don't want to do, and I keep doing those things. There are things that I want to do, and I'm not doing those things. I don't know if you've ever felt stuck like that before. Paul has. I felt that way. Sure, David's felt like that too.
I think a lot of times we do feel that way, especially, at least for me, when I feel that way, I kind of feel alone and I kind of compare myself to others and who I look up to. And I kind of think like they have it all put together and that I need to be put together and then I'll be this perfect person. But I think the biggest thing what I've learned is like no matter where I'm at, I've felt stuck so many times, like in sin and spiritually. And like the biggest thing that like keeps me going is just remembering like who God is and just remembering his love and kind of reminds me like every time it just reminds me just how like accepting he is and how everyone is to I don't know. That's what that reminds me.
Yeah, and I think God cares about you being stuck. He cares how being stuck makes you feel. And he also cares how to get you unstuck. He's concerned about the situation we find ourselves in. I'm convinced of that. But I think he also is concerned about where we are spiritually, if we're stuck or not. So Paul, as he goes on, he says, so I find this law at work, although I want to do good. This is verse 21. Evil is right there with me. For in my inner being I delight in God's law, but I see another law at work in me, waging war against the law of my mind and making me a prisoner of the law of sin at work within me. What a wretched man I am. This is how frustrated Paul gets. And we've, I think, have said things like this. I can't believe it. How am I in this position again? And then he goes on and he says this. Who will rescue me? Who will get me out of this stuckness that I find myself in? Who will rescue me from this body that is subject to death? And then he says this. He says, thanks be to God who delivers me through Jesus Christ our Lord. That is who rescues us. It is through Jesus that we can get unstuck. And so, a couple things to think about as we wrap up tonight. You might feel stuck because you're isolated at home. There's something that can be done about that. Use this as an opportunity. Spend some time in prayer. Grow closer to God. Work on a new skill, right? Also, reach out to people who also are feeling isolated. And then another thing is this. You might be more stuck than just where you're located right now. You might be stuck in this rut spiritually. You might be stuck in a place where you need rescuing. Know that that rescuing is found in Jesus. Appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Thank you guys for making comments throughout the night. I'll mention a couple things. Tomorrow, we are going to attempt again. We tried it Monday and it failed miserably. But tomorrow, we are going to attempt to do some Jackbox. Now, we're going to try it tomorrow, not on Twitch. We're going to try it on this YouTube live stream. I want to say a special thanks to Nathan Stout, who is here helping us stream this. Make sure you go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Nathaniel484. But Nathan is working with me today. He's helped me maybe figure out what I was doing wrong on Monday so we can play Jackbox together. We'll find another time to Zoom. If you missed our Zoom lunch on Tuesday, we'll try to do that again. And then also join our Bible reading plan on YouVersion. Hopefully we can start making some comments in there and enjoy studying the Bible together. Make sure you're worshiping online. We'll have a worship service we put out for Sunday as well. And then we'll do this again next week. David, thanks, man, for being here. I'm looking forward to the summer. I don't know what is in store for the summer, but I'm excited to have David and Jordan Watson working with us. Looking forward to that. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night.